Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Today's video, as you read by the title, I thought of this idea recently, and I thought, why not? Why not? I mean, I'm sure you've seen this guy in a few of my most recent videos, and if you know me personally, you know that I'm into crystals and stones and tarot cards and stuff like that. So I figured, let me introduce you to my growing collection. And that's what we're going to do today. She is small. She's a small collection. We just started collecting about 2, maybe 3 years ago, but that's pushing it. So I've got some stones, a couple crystals. I can show you my tarot decks as well. And yeah, that'll be it. So I'm just going to jump right in with this guy. This is a blue lapis, okay? And let me give you a little close up here. This is a blue lapis here, and it's got flecks of gold. And overall, this has different attributes to the wearer's life, or the person's life. And when I went into the witch shop, the person had said, because this caught my eye, and I kept coming back to it, and I'm like, okay, this thing is low-key calling to me, I'm gonna buy it. And I said, hey, what exactly is this? And they said, oh, this is a lapis, it's for protection. That's what I need. I need energetic protection. Ugh. So I got it, and I did do some research, and there's a bunch of different uses for lapis. And I saw on one of the sources that it was, I don't know if it still is, but it was one of the most sought after pieces of crystal. So yeah. But no, I encourage you to, I've said this before, do your own research. If you're going to buy crystals, we can go over that later in the video, but lapis. And so I name my stuff. I name my crystals and my stones and stuff. And this is just lapis. She doesn't really have a name. So the next thing I'm going to pull out is this little ring that one of my sisters got me. I don't really wear it. I'm afraid I'm going to lose it because I'm not a ring person. I'm a Fitbit and a scrunchie person, and that's it. I'm not a ring person. I'm not really a big jewelry person, so I'm afraid I'm going to lose it, so I do not wear it. It does not have a name. I do charge this one, and I kind of want to maybe spend some more time with this one and get to know this one, so I can give it a name so it can go with more of its personality. Not everybody names their stuff. Everyone is different. I name my things so I have a closer connection with them. And it kind of goes with their personalities, you know what I mean? So we're going to go to this John. This is the very first stone I ever got. It's a black onyx, and this is Kitty. And actually one of my kids at work named this one. She was, oh goodness, maybe 3 or 4 at the time that I got this one. So it was at least 2 years ago, because she's 6, almost 7 now. So I took it to work. Usually when I get a new crystal, except for the last one I'm going to show you, I usually take them to work with me just so they kind of get a feel for my environments and the places I spend the most time. And when I took this one to work, I do let the kids kind of mess with these just a little bit because they do have more pure intentions than adults do, especially the younger the children are, the more pure their intentions are. So I don't mind when they play with these a little bit, but of course give it back. But she was holding it and she just said Kitty, and I'm like, oh my god, that's her name. And she's been Kitty ever since. And this was the very first stone I ever got, and this stone has a story, actually. So if you are familiar with Pennsylvania, there's a place called New Hope, okay? It's about an hour from me, and there's a witch shop there on the main street. And I went in there to get something. I didn't know what I was looking for. I was just kind of letting things come to me, and I was letting myself be drawn in certain directions. And I wanted the black onyx for positivity and, stuff like that. And this story is true. My whole immediate family that lives in this house was there for it. There's 3 witnesses. I just spit. There's 3 witnesses that can literally say, yes, it's happened. I got the stone. I left the witch shop. And I kid you not, 10 steps later, there's a $20 bill on the ground. I picked that John up, okay? And I took it. Because that was like a sign from the universe that, yes, this was meant to be. So this is Kitty, and every single thing that I'm talking about, I do charge every full moon. I set the intentions for the next month and all that fun stuff. If you want a video on that, I could totally do like my full moon like ritual if you want. The next thing is another stone, and this is petrified wood, and I'm sure you guessed it, his name is Woody. And listen, Woody just sounds the best to me. Like it felt right. So this is Woody, and this is kind of for grounding and creativity, because if you know me, you know I do be lacking some creativity sometimes. So I did get Woody for creativity. I did not go in there looking for anything specific. I usually don't, except for this last one I'm going to show you. I usually don't. If I'm going to get stones and crystals, I will go in with open mind, open intention, open direction. So wherever I am called to is basically what I go for. And I've had Woody for, I think I got Woody a year after I got Kitty. So I've had Woody for 1 year less than her. And I really like this one because I like the color. It's, my whole life is brown. You know what I mean? Like I have brown hair, brown eyes. Like, I swear I'm like always with brown. I don't know. I like brown. I'm not going to lie to you. I like brown. The last crystal is selenite, and the reason I saved this for last is because this was one of the most recent ones I bought. I bought this one and this one together, and I bought this one for my tarot cards, which I will show you next. And I use this one when I'm doing readings to kind of charge them a little bit, to keep the decks charged and kind of cleanse. Not too much of a cleansing. I do sage. This is Celine. This is my selenite, and she is basically, she sits with the other stones and crystals, but when she is on, like when I'm using my cards, she sits on top of my cards that I'm not using. So if I'm using my oracle deck, she'll sit on top of the tarot deck and the affirmation deck, and goes through that pattern. But I did get her a few months ago when I got my tarot cards. I got my tarot cards, and then like a week or so later I got this. And I don't know, it's just super cool. Like you know, if you do have tarot cards, I heard it's recommended that you get selenite for them. Again, I'm not a professional. Do your own research. Do what's best for you. Do what feels right. So those are my stones and crystals. Now I'm going to show you my tarot decks. Okay, so to start, I got this Super Attractor affirmation deck, okay? And I'm going to bring it a little closer so you can see. And basically, this is just literally like 52 cards of affirmations. Like they've got super cute designs. This is upside down. They've got super cute designs and super like attractor affirmations. Like for example, this one says, when I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. And it's got a super cute design. And every single one has a different affirmation with a different design. And I will sometimes do a reading, and I will use these affirmation cards to kind of give me something to come back to and to remember throughout the month or throughout the week or whatever I need to do. So that is the affirmation deck. And I do not use this with every single reading, but I do charge it with the selenite for every single reading. The next deck I have is the Moonology Oracle deck, and I got this from Barnes & Noble. I got all 3 of these decks from Barnes & Noble, actually. And this is a 44 card deck and guidebook. And I'll show you just a few. This is what the top part looks like, and then each one has a different moon phase or new or full moon in an astrological sign. I dropped one, or the North Node or something like that. And I really like the images on these. And what I do like about this is that even though there is a guidebook with different meanings, these say little things on it. So you don't necessarily have to do too much work into what does this mean, unless you of course want the direct message. So like expect powerful change. You can expect powerful change. Another example, conclusions are within reach, which means conclusions are within reach. But of course, they do include the guidebook, so you can go into that further meaning, which sometimes I do need to do if it's a card I've never gotten before, or if it's a card that I don't get often. Like, I get full and new moon in Virgo a lot when I do my readings. So those, I don't have to do the deeper meaning. Other things, yes I do. Last thing I'm going to show you guys is the tarot deck. And this is a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. Barnes & Noble and Sheathig. And this, how many cards does this have? Does it say? It doesn't say. But I'm assuming it's around 50. Oh, no, right here. Includes a fully illustrated 78 card deck and a 128 page guidebook. Okay, just kidding. 78. So, yes. And then this is what it looks like on the back. And then each card is obviously a different thing. And there's the majors and the minors, of course, like any tarot deck. And when I'm doing my work with myself, the Moonology, some people with oracle cards, because you know how with tarot, sometimes they're reversed. Like here's the devil reversed. That means something different than the devil upright. For me, when I get my oracle cards and there's one in reverse, I just flip it around. I don't really think we need to put reverse with oracle cards. That's just my personal thing. That's just me. Someone else could do it differently. Everyone's different. So, but yes, this is my tarot deck, and if I don't know if this is everyone or if it's just me, but when I don't do a reading for a certain amount of time, my deck will get mad at me. My deck has chaotic energy, okay? Like I don't know if she'll do it now, but when I'm shuffling, like it just goes everywhere. Like cards will fly out at me and like things will just fall, and that's when she's in a good mood, actually, believe it or not. Like if I don't do, like you see, if I don't do a reading for like 2 weeks at a time though, it'll be nice and calm. Nothing will fly out at me. And I'm like, oh, you're mad and I'm sorry. I will apologize to my deck if it's been a while. And okay, hold on. I do apologize to my deck if it's been a while. And I usually will write them down in this notebook here. And sometimes I won't, so the date might be a little off. But the last time I did a tarot reading was the 10th, and it is the 17th, so it's been a week. So I'll probably do a reading maybe this weekend. The full moon is usually, around the full moon is usually when I do my readings for the next month, and I'll do a certain kind of spread for that. The guidebook has different kinds of spreads, and normally if I'm going to close out a month, I will either do the Cyclops spread, which is this formation, or I'll do this one, which has 5 cards instead of 3. So, but like I said, everybody is different, and everyone has different experiences with their stuff. So that is everything in my little witchy collection. I hope you enjoyed. If you do dabble with this stuff, please let me know. And if you're going to go get crystals or tarot decks, oracle decks, whatever, my advice to you would be to go in with an open mind, or if you know what you're looking for, make sure it speaks to you. Like, if you're going to look for selenite, don't just pick up a random piece of selenite. Like, kind of look at this different selenite blocks and feel open, direct, keep your spirit open so you know which one is for you. Because when I was looking at the black onyx, I did not just pick up the first one that I saw. I kind of looked with my eyes because I don't like to touch things unless I'm going to pick it up and purchase it, because I don't want my energy to be all over something that someone else could potentially pick up, because that's just disrespectful. So I will not touch anything. I'll look with my eyes, and whichever one is really speaking to me is the one that I will pick up and hold and purchase. So that is my advice to you. Just kind of keep an open mind. Same with, the tarot decks are a little bit different. Like, I had to move different tarot decks out of the way to look behind. So, like, that's a little different. Especially if they're in plastic, it's fine. But if you are looking into this kind of witchy thing, I would definitely go with an open mind, an open heart, an open spirit, an open direction, because you never know. You could be going in for one thing and be totally attracted to something else and end up getting 2 different things, 3 different things. And then all of a sudden, you've got a huge collection of crystals you have no idea what to do with. So, but like I said, if you would like me to do my full moon ritual with my stuff, I totally can. It'll probably just be like poor lighting, because I do it outside in my car, because that's where the full moon hits the most. So if you would like me to, I can do that. If you enjoyed, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Join the Banana Bunch. We would love to have you here. We're still stuck at 127. Let's go, people. But no, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, okay? If you want to know what I'm going to be up to, all my social media will be listed down below like always. And if I can, I will also link the decks, because they're all from Barnes & Noble, so I can link the decks if I can find them online. So that'll be down there for you if I can find them as well. Alright, bye. I'll see you in the next one. Connected to spirit, I feel a sense of serenity. Oh, I can't read.